The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey is a well-known and highly influential book that teaches readers how to be more effective in their personal and professional lives. Here are some key lessons from the book. Habit 1, be proactive. This means taking responsibility for your actions and not blaming others or making excuses. Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. This means setting clear goals and planning how to achieve them. Habit 3, put first things first. This means prioritizing important tasks and being disciplined in how you manage your time and energy. Habit 4, think win-win. This means seeking mutually beneficial solutions in your relationships and interactions with others. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. This means actively listening to others and trying to understand their perspectives before trying to communicate your own. Habit 6, Synergize. This means working effectively with others to achieve greater results than you could on your own. Habit 7, sharpen the saw. This means taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in order to maintain your effectiveness. Habit 1 in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is be proactive. This means taking initiative and being responsible for your own life, rather than reacting to circumstances or blaming others for your problems. Being proactive involves 3 key elements. Responsibility, accepting that you are responsible for your own life and the outcomes you achieve. Control, recognizing that you have the power to choose your actions and attitudes, rather than being a victim of circumstance. Direction, setting goals and taking action to move towards them, rather than being directionless or reacting to the demands of others. By adopting a proactive mindset, you can take control of your life and make positive changes to achieve your goals and live a more fulfilling and effective life. There are many specific actions you can take to practice Habit 1, be proactive. Here are a few ideas. Identify areas of your life where you feel stuck or powerless, and brainstorm ways to take control and take action. Set clear goals for yourself, and make a plan to achieve them. This can involve breaking larger goals down into smaller, more manageable tasks. Take initiative at work or in your personal life by volunteering for new projects or responsibilities, rather than waiting to be asked. Practice self-discipline by making choices that align with your values and goals, even when it's difficult. Seek out opportunities for personal growth and learning, rather than waiting for them to come to you. Take responsibility for your actions and the outcomes of those actions. If things don't go as planned, learn from the experience and adjust your approach in the future. Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. This means setting clear goals and planning how to achieve them by visualizing the desired results and working backwards from there. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Clarify your values and goals. Identify what is most important to you and set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART, goals that align with your values. Visualize the end result. Imagine in detail what it will look like when you achieve your goals, and use this vision to guide your planning and decision-making. Prioritize. Determine which tasks and activities are most important and focus on them first. Make a plan. Break down your goals into smaller, actionable steps and create a plan to achieve them. Review and adjust. Regularly review your progress and adjust your plan as needed to stay on track and make progress towards your goals. By beginning with the end in mind, you can focus your efforts and make more effective and efficient progress towards achieving your goals. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice Habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Set a goal to improve your physical fitness by running a marathon within the next year. To achieve this goal, you might determine the specific marathon you want to participate in and set a date for the event. Create a training plan that includes specific, actionable steps such as signing up for a running club, purchasing running shoes, and setting aside time each week to train. Visualize yourself crossing the finish line of the marathon and use this visualization to motivate and guide your training. Prioritize your training by scheduling it at the same time each week and making it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Review your progress regularly by tracking your distance and time and adjusting your training plan as needed. Set a goal to improve your financial situation by saving a certain amount of money each month. To achieve this goal, you might determine the specific financial goal you want to achieve and set a deadline for reaching it. Create a budget that includes specific, actionable steps such as cutting expenses, increasing your income, and setting aside a certain amount of money each month. Visualize yourself achieving your financial goal and use this visualization to motivate and guide your planning. Prioritize your financial goals by making saving a non-negotiable part of your budget and focusing on your highest impact expenses first. Review your progress regularly by tracking your spending and saving and adjusting your budget as needed. Habit 3 is put first things first. This means prioritizing your tasks and activities based on their importance and urgency, and managing your time and energy effectively. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Identify your priorities, determine what is most important and focus on those things first. Use the quadrant of urgency and importance model to prioritize tasks. This model divides tasks into 4 categories: important and urgent, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. Prioritize tasks that are both important and urgent first, followed by those that are important but not urgent. Practice time management techniques. Use techniques such as the Pomodoro technique, time blocking, and setting deadlines to manage your time effectively. Take care of yourself. Make time for self-care and activities that nourish you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. By putting first things first, you can focus on what is most important and make more effective use of your time and energy. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice habit 3, put first things first. Use the quadrant of urgency and importance model to prioritize tasks. For example, you might identify tasks that are both important and urgent, such as meeting a project deadline, and prioritize those tasks first. You might also identify tasks that are important but not urgent, such as developing a new skill, and schedule time for those tasks in advance. Practice time management techniques such as the Pomodoro technique or time blocking. For example, you might use the Pomodoro technique to break your work into 25-minute blocks of time, with 5-minute breaks in between. Or you might use time blocking to schedule specific blocks of time for different types of tasks, such as creative work, administrative tasks, and self-care. Set deadlines for yourself to help manage your time effectively. For example, you might set a deadline for completing a project or meeting a goal, and work backwards from that deadline to determine how much time you need to allocate to each task. Take care of yourself by making time for self-care and activities that nourish you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This might include activities such as exercise, meditation, or hobbies. Habit 4 is think win-win. This means seeking mutually beneficial solutions in your relationships and interactions with others, rather than adopting a competitive or win-lose mindset. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Recognize that everyone can win, believe that it is possible to find solutions that benefit all parties involved. Seek mutually beneficial solutions. Look for ways to create value and build relationships, rather than focusing solely on your own interests. Communicate openly and honestly, be transparent and open to feedback, and seek to understand others' perspectives. Build trust through your actions and interactions, and be open to being vulnerable. By adopting a win-win mindset, you can create more positive and collaborative relationships with others and find mutually beneficial solutions to challenges. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice habit 4, think win-win. In a professional setting, seek mutually beneficial solutions in your interactions with colleagues. For example, if you are working on a project together, consider ways to create value for the company and build relationships with your team members. In a personal setting, look for ways to create win-win situations in your relationships with friends and family. For example, if you are planning a vacation with a group of people, consider everyone's preferences and try to find a destination that will be enjoyable for all. Communicate openly and honestly with others, and seek to understand their perspectives. For example, if you are in a disagreement with someone, listen actively and try to see things from their point of view. Build trust with others by being reliable and following through on your commitments. Be open to being vulnerable and sharing your thoughts and feelings, and be willing to forgive and move on when conflicts arise. Habit 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. This means actively listening to others and trying to understand their perspectives before communicating your own. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Practice active listening. Pay attention to what others are saying and ask questions to clarify their points of view. Seek to understand others' emotions and needs. Look for underlying emotions and needs that may not be immediately apparent in their words. Empathize with others. Try to see things from their perspective and show understanding and compassion. Communicate effectively. When it's your turn to speak, communicate your thoughts and ideas clearly and respectfully. By seeking first to understand others, you can build stronger relationships and more effectively communicate and collaborate with others. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. In a professional setting, practice active listening when interacting with colleagues. This might involve asking questions to clarify their points of view, paraphrasing what they have said to ensure you understand, and avoiding interrupting. In a personal setting, seek to understand others' emotions and needs. For example, if a friend is upset about something, try to understand what is causing their emotions and what they need in that moment. Practice empathy by trying to see things from others' perspectives and showing understanding and compassion. For example, if someone is going through a difficult time, try to put yourself in their shoes and offer support and understanding. Communicate effectively by expressing your thoughts and ideas clearly and respectfully. This might involve using I statements, staying calm, and actively listening to others. Habit 6 is Synergize. This means working effectively with others to achieve greater results than you could on your own. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Value diversity. Recognize the unique strengths and perspectives of others and seek out opportunities to learn from them. Practice good communication. Communicate openly, honestly, and respectfully with others, and actively listen to their ideas. Collaborate, work together with others towards a common goal, and be open to feedback and input. Look for opportunities to combine strengths. Identify ways to combine the unique strengths of team members to achieve greater results. By synergizing with others, you can create more powerful and innovative solutions to challenges and achieve greater success. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice habit 6, Synergize. In a professional setting, value diversity by seeking out opportunities to learn from colleagues with different backgrounds and perspectives. For example, you might participate in a team-building activity that allows you to learn more about your colleagues' skills and experiences. Practice good communication by expressing your thoughts and ideas clearly and respectfully, and actively listen to others' ideas. For example, you might participate in a brainstorming session where everyone has the opportunity to contribute their ideas. Collaborate with others to achieve a common goal. This might involve working on a project together, sharing resources, or providing support and assistance to each other. Look for opportunities to combine the unique strengths of team members to achieve greater results. For example, you might identify ways to leverage the different skills and expertise of your colleagues to achieve a common goal. Habit 7 is sharpen the saw. This means taking care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in order to maintain your effectiveness. Here are a few key elements of this habit. Take care of your physical well-being, engage in regular exercise and make healthy choices in your diet and lifestyle. Exercise your mind, learn new things and challenge yourself mentally. Nurture your emotions, practice mindfulness and emotional intelligence, and seek support when needed. Strengthen your spiritual connection, engage in activities that nourish your spirit and bring meaning and purpose to your life. By taking care of yourself in all areas of your life, you can maintain your effectiveness and live a more fulfilling and balanced life. Here are a few examples of actions you might take to practice Habit 7, sharpen the saw. Take care of your physical well-being by engaging in regular exercise and making healthy choices in your diet and lifestyle. For example, you might go for a daily walk, eat a balanced diet, and get enough sleep. Exercise your mind by learning new things and challenging yourself mentally. This might involve taking on a new hobby, reading a book, or participating in a learning course. Nurture your emotions by practicing mindfulness and emotional intelligence, and seeking support when needed. This might involve activities such as meditation, journaling, or talking to a therapist. Strengthen your spiritual connection by engaging in activities that nourish your spirit and bring meaning and purpose to your life. This might involve practices such as prayer, mindfulness, or volunteering. By adopting these habits, individuals can become more effective and fulfilled in their personal and professional lives. The book encourages readers to adopt a proactive mindset, set clear goals, manage their time and energy effectively, build positive relationships, communicate effectively, and take care of themselves. By following these habits, individuals can achieve greater success and well-being in all areas of their lives.